Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top and with me this week is Derek. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, how are you yourself?
Yeah, I am doing all right, I think. Things are going well. This is episode 192 of the podcast, and as we bring it into the end, I'm just trying to get on all of the guests that I've had on frequently and regularly over the past few years. Not just this podcast, but the podcast before it. So I've been doing a lot of reflecting and writing and putting thoughts down about it all. And I know that it's been going on well with the previous podcast as well. That means I've been doing podcasts for about 6 years. So I'm just like, I've kind of got everything out of it that I wanted.
All right,
which is good. It's
nice.
fun.
Giving yourself a good old rest for podcasting.
Yeah. I might get the itch and just be like, I need to record a podcast.
It's not
in the future, but it's not something that I'm going to be like, I'm never going to do this again. It's just for now. I'm just like, I might as well tame it down. And
it's like just putting it on the shelf for now rather than putting it in storage.
Yeah, for sure. I'll just see how things go over the next few months, and yeah, I know in the past when I haven't had it going on, I've been a bit erratic, or like if I stocked up episodes in advance just because people happen to be free on the same weekend and I record like 3, then I wouldn't record any for a month or so. I'd just end up being like, I need to talk to people or do something like that. But I
feel that.
I think I want to like kind of try and just replace that by turning up to like Good Guy Gamers game nights, or just inviting people to come play games, or just find people online and just be like, or set up a group call and just be like, let's all just play this game, or just chat and hang out and talk about stuff that's just going on, rather than doing it in like a more formal recorded format like a podcast. So I'm just going to try and use it as an excuse to be like, I need to actually speak to my friends rather than just record a podcast with them. Because while I am talking to my friends, it's it's
nice to also not have structured conversations when talking to friends. I mean, not that this is fully scripted, but it's something different when you're talking to friends and it's just kind of off the top of your head, and you don't have to go, okay, what are we going to talk about? This, all that jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just nice to chill out and not put much thought into it. But then, like, that's why I have my journals every day, so I can like think about certain topics and write about those. Rather than,
people could comment on that and talk to you via that and have that little structured.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I'm also like taking time to plan them out, think them through, and make any improvements where I see fit. Like, I already wrote today's one. Like, I wrote it yesterday, and I wrote it before I wrote yesterday's one as well, just because I knew exactly what I wanted to put down and where I wanted it to go. And so I've just been just trying to plan things out, but that's kind of me all over, especially now that now I'm over in the States. Rachel and I are just we just got some like shopping list and food planning kind of things that we can just put on the fridge and be like, this is what we're having throughout the week. And then for me that's just really easy, because then like we can do the shopping appropriately and get all the stuff. And I'm just I don't know, I like planning things out, but that's not really a surprise to many people at all. So but so what have you been up to recently?
Nothing much really, just playing games, working, and actually today we're going to be start recording again for my podcast. We stockpiled on a backlog of episodes, and now we're kind of getting back into it now that the holidays are done, and one of our members had a wedding, so we kind of stockpiled on that so he could enjoy being married for a little bit, and he didn't feel guilty for missing anything.
Nice. How is the podcast going?
So far so good. We're trying to expand to local comic book shops. We already talked to someone there, see if like, hey, would it be alright if we promote here, but at the same time maybe try to get the D&D community growing in our town, not just supporting us, but encouraging others to play as well. So hopefully that goes well, but we will see.
Nice. That sounds fun and exciting. I think I need to play a bit more D&D, but at the moment I'm just like, I'm getting my fill in other places, and I'm just putting creative energy into other things. So I'm just torn as to what I'm gonna spend my time doing. But wicked.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're putting that energy and focus into something, I say that's better than doing nothing. Yeah,
I want to spend more time playing music, but over the weekend, well, not even over the weekend, during the week, I pulled out. I've got 3 different mics. I've got the one that I'm recording now with my AT2020. I've got a short SM57 that I've had for ages, and I've got a Sennheiser E609. I want to see which would record my guitar amplifiers best, and which one of the amplifiers and speaker cabinets sounded best in combination with the mics. So I set myself up a little experiment and recorded guitar for 3 hours and came out with 9 little 1 minute long tracks, and I'm really happy with how that went. But I need to kind of sit and just assess it. Actually, that's part of the planning as well. I've planned to write a journal about it, but I also plan to do a podcast on it with Spencer in a few weeks. Nice. And just get his opinions on things, because he's an audio engineer, and just trying to have some fun with the free time that I've got while I'm still looking for a job, which is, it can feel soul destroying at points, but it's not atrocious. I'm just trying to find something that's appropriate for me, and I just don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just there's nothing wrong with taking the time to find what you want, rather than I could do this, but then it's just a when do you leave that, and then when do you find the thing you want to do? Not that there's anything wrong with settling for something temporarily, but just people are different in that sort of area. Yeah,
and if a job's not going to be pushing me to perform my best or do what I've been trained to do, then for me it's what's the point in applying for it? And it's just a bit unfortunate, but I've got some ideas. And I said to you before we started recording that I'm heading to the UK in a week and a half as well. Actually, when this podcast comes out, I will be in the UK, so I'm just going for a week to catch up with my parents and see them, because I haven't seen them since Rachel and I got married in May. So it's been quite some time. It'll be 9 months since I've seen them. And,
I'm sure that'll be a fun, grand old time.
Yeah, should be all right. So I'm looking forward to going home and catching up with them. And that should be all fun. But so what games have you been playing recently?
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 still. Kingdom Hearts 3 again, because of the new DLC that dropped.
Oh, nice. I didn't know there was DLC coming for it, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a little bit story stuff and stuff that I personally felt like would have made the game a little bit better if it was in the actual game. But, I mean, I'm just happy we got something regardless. Cool. And then also The Witcher 3.
Oh, okay. How is that?
Yeah. I like it. It's a lot to take in because it's just such a big world. But at the same time, that's good for the people who are a fan of that. And so far, I've been getting fine without playing any of the other games or anything. Yeah.
Ah, nice. But, yeah. Have you watched the Witcher series on Netflix?
I have, not all of it yet, because it's only 8 episodes, so I don't want to go through it all and then be done with it. So I'm trying to take it in bits and pieces.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't know whether I want to watch it or not. I probably should. It'll probably be entertaining. It'll probably give me something to do during the days. But I don't know. I watched Stranger Things recently and was very invested in that. That was fun. So, but I don't know. I don't know about The Witcher. And I also watched Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime.
I need to finish
It's fun.
Jack Ryan.
It's good. It's good. I liked it.
That's
Really
what I've been
enjoyed it,
hearing.
actually. Yeah. Where did you get to? Did you watch the first season or?
I got
Midway through the first season.
to episode 1, and I was like, "Cool, I'm going to bed," and then I just never got back on. I had to be in the mood to watch TV for some reason. Like I can't just like sit down. It's like I had. All right, it's like okay, this show I need to sit down and I need to watch it because I need to invest in it and I need to take all the information in because of how long these episodes are.
Yeah, I need to be like completely prepared for it. Like, because I can just sit. At the moment, I can like sit and just play video games for hours. But if I want to watch something that is like a properly produced TV show, I'm just like, oh, I need to be in the right mood. I need to have enough time allocated that I can watch the next episode as well if I get into that rabbit hole. And then, yeah, it's just like, oh, it's a bit of a hassle to try and watch anything like that at the moment. But you know, but there's plenty of other things that are on and around. Speaking of which, like Rooster Teeth have been doing some alright stuff recently. I don't know. I think it's alright. And then have they just finished Ruby?
Yeah,
Or is that
it? As of time this recording, the volume ended. Volume 7 ended.
okay?
Yeah, and I believe they already have the next 2 volumes confirmed, so they're already working on it, and yeah, I mean, I'm still watching it because I've watched since the Red trailer, and I'm invested into it probably till the very end.
Yeah.
But I mean, each volume's getting better and better, writing, visuals, which is, in my opinion, every show should do. It shouldn't be season 2 is the best season and the rest of the seasons were okay. It should be like, all right, each season gets a little bit better each time.
Yes. Yeah. I think Rachel and I stopped watching mid-season 5 or volume 5. I just can't remember where we were in the story actually, so we might catch up on that soon. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's just got better and better, which is good to hear, really. As long as it's not getting overly complicated.
Oh, no. I mean, to be honest, like, this volume, I think, did a perfect job pacing. I definitely think volume 5 was one of the weakest, but at the same time, grateful for that because you had to have a weakest point in order to grow, in order to learn. Yeah. So, them doing that, it's like, cool. Now just, what did you take from that and expand on that?
Fair enough. Yeah, I totally think we should watch more of that. But yeah, interesting. Rooster Teeth are also doing some interesting other things. Like they've got their series Chump out now.
Yeah,
as you mentioned, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was going on. That's the new thing that they're doing.
I enjoy their
Jeremy's hosting it, and then they have 4 guests on, and it's interactive as well, right?
Yeah, that's why I like don't be any Rooster Teeth or fan or anything. It's just like, this is technically just an improv show. If you're a fan of them, cool, because you'll probably see them the personalities, but that's about it.
Yeah, actually, I should probably catch up on the spot. There were so many episodes. They just kept doing it, and like they would be like, we're going on a break for a while, and then it'll be like 3 weeks, and then they'd be back in with the new season of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, have they stopped that indefinitely for the moment, or are they just actually trying to like augment it with Chump and other things?
I think the latter.
Okay.
I don't think they want to I think they want to give Chump its own time and room to grow, and then they're like, okay, cool, now that we're waiting on that, let's bring back on the spot. I mean, that's just a guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah,
cool. Yeah, no, I haven't really been. I don't know. I keep up with their stuff like sporadically, so I just don't know what the main things are that are going on. But I saw that they've started a new series on Achievement Hunter called This Just Internet, with Fiona hosting it, where they just like bring their favourite memes that they've found over the last week and just present them and then have a laugh. It's a pretty simple concept, but it's entertaining. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely seems like it's hitting that. I don't know, that day of age of internet people, which is fine. Like, I mean, I know people love the memes and all that. Nothing against that. It's just like I don't think I'm hooked on it or gotten sold to it quite yet.
Yeah.
But maybe I just need to sit down and actually fully watch it to give it a try.
Yeah, I think there's like either 4 or 5 episodes now. So yeah, it's all right. And then they've got their Haunter Season 2's just coming out, which I guess they've changed the name from Season 1 to Season 2 from being Achievement Haunter to just Haunter. I haven't watched any of that. I've watched maybe the first episode of the first season. And it seems like they're fully invested on it. So, yeah. And then they had their they had their Facebook series as well, didn't they? 7 Wanderings.
Yeah, I did see 2 episodes of that. I thought that was kind of a cool concept.
Yeah, I've seen 1 episode, the one where I think it's Trevor and Michael go to Paris.
Oh, and they have to use the public toilet.
So.
It's cool because you get to learn about that kind of stuff. Because I had no idea those existed. And at the same time, it's like, would I ever use that? Probably not.
No. Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot that was a series because it's like exclusively on Facebook as well, and I never look at Facebook.
Exactly, yeah. Which is I mean, I don't know a lot of people who are going to Facebook to watch their videos or streams, but apparently it's big.
Yeah. I checked my Facebook account I think like a few days ago for the first time in 7 weeks, because the last time I checked it was a few days after my birthday because I forgot to check there on my birthday. Like, so I was like, oh, what am I doing? And it's just like cluttered with notifications. I'm just like, I don't care about any of this. Like, why is it here? Although, like, that's another reason that like ties into the end of the podcast, is that I just don't care about social media at the moment. Like, in terms of being active and looking at all the different places and promoting all my own stuff, and I'm just not interested, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's kind of a burden to a lot of people as well that they don't realise that.
Yeah, because then you don't want to like make an announcement of, hey guys, I'm not going to be on social media, because then it's just like, all right, well now you kind of defeat the purpose of just stepping back. Now you have to like taking a break.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not really how it should be.
Yeah, or people just spend too much time on there and they don't realise how much time they're spending on social media as well. And that, like, it's just draining to read people's opinions all day as well. It's just, it's crazy. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it too much. I don't know why I went down that path.
All good. We'll rope it back.
But oh well. Okay, so recently the Final Fantasy VII trailer came out. Like, you were talking about playing Final Fantasy 14. I remembered that I saw the Final Fantasy VII trailer and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. What did you make of the trailer? Did you play the original game as well?
I haven't finished the original game.
Same here.
It was growing up, it like was always around me, but I never quite understood the whole JRPG stuff. I don't want to say it was my first, but I definitely like what hooked me with it was just the characters themselves, the designs, their goals, who they were just as people. This trailer, however, definitely keeps them, I feel like, true to who they are, but at the same time, I feel like I'm meeting a different Cloud at the same time.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Especially, like, it's all focused in Midgar as well. Like, there's not really anything outside of there, which is not necessarily concerning. And also, I want to touch on the combat as well, like what we saw of combat. But yeah, certainly, well, obviously, it looks incredible. Like, I don't know what I was expecting other than that, really. But yeah, and they're like they've cut some, they've shown stuff from the first, I think, 2 hours of the game, whether it's the honeybee and yeah, it's like fully voice acted as well. Whereas in the original game, it was all just text boxes. And yeah, I'm just really, really interested to see what they do with it. It looks.
And it looks like they added, because maybe I don't quite remember, they looks like they added a new person, like a rival or an antagonist against Cloud, like on a motorcycle or something.
Oh, I can't remember what that is. I can't remember why. I wish I did. But yeah.
I don't know. It could be just me not remembering from the original.
Yeah.
But
well. Yeah, and then the combat. Did you play Final Fantasy 15?
Yes.
Okay.
I played it and I beat it.
Nice. Does the combat look similar to that?
It looks like it, except a little bit more faster. I want to say.
Okay.
Which I did not like Final Fantasy 15 combat because it was different, but at the same time, I do like the whole turn-based tactic style, and that's what kind of hooked me onto Final Fantasy for the series to begin with.
Yeah,
but I understand the company has to evolve to nowadays, because with a game looking as beautiful, hopefully it looks as beautiful when it launches. Final Fantasy 7 being turn-based, I don't think that would mash up as well.
Yeah, I think like I was expecting it to be turn-based still, but I think that expectation was not a good expectation of it. I want to see how they've changed it up. I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 13's combat system. Final Fantasy 12's was mediocre. Final Fantasy X-2 is my favourite of the bunch for combat. And then Final Fantasy X had like its set rotation, which was weird, but I really enjoyed that game anyway. So yeah, but I like the freeform aspect of positioning in Final Fantasy 13 as well, where people could be anywhere on the battlefield. Actually, kind of X-2 implemented that first, as well as the active time battle. But it looks good. Final Fantasy 7 the remake does look good. I'm really interested to give it a go. And yeah,
I do like that you could switch between the characters, and not just playing only as Cloud.
Yeah, I think, was that something you were stuck with in Final Fantasy 15? I never played it, unfortunately.
Throughout the main story, I think they in patches made it so that you could switch between characters or in the DLC, but I played it before all of that.
Okay. So in Final Fantasy 13, you pretty much select the person you were going to play. You could switch between them in battles, but it was kind of clunky, and whoever was teaming with you would automatically attack and do all that stuff. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with it. But yeah, it looks good. I'm excited. It should be fun, but we'll see.
And we only got
it's only 2.5 months in it. It's coming out in April.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. What else did I want to say? Oh, I've been playing a little game called Forager, which is kind of like a 2D Minecrafty Stardew Valley kind of game where you just gather resources and build and upgrade things. And yeah, apparently it's 15 hours long, and I've played 3.5, maybe 4 hours of it, and I've had a really good time with it. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You start with just a pickaxe, and then you've got to build yourself a sword and a shovel and just some other things, catch fishes to eat food, and yeah.
Just one of those games where you kind of turn the brain off and just enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, apparently there's a multiplayer update coming out to it soon, so that could lead to it being very interesting. And then I just got, but I haven't started playing yet, Unrailed. which is like
That sounds super
it's a game where you build from one station to the next station, like putting down all the rails. You've got to chop trees down, and you've got to pick up watering, and then like put out fires if the train sets on fire. Achievement Hunter have done a few Let's Plays in it that have been pretty fun, and you can play it 4-player local co-op as well, which is inviting to me. I'm just like, I want to give that a go. It looks like it'd be so much fun. And there's like you've got to collect iron and you've got to collect trees so you can build the rails as part of your train, and then run ahead. And it's I've picked it up, haven't played it yet. I've seen videos where I was like, this looks like a lot of fun, I want to give it a go. And it was one of the games on Humble Bundle, so I was like, well, of course I'm going to pick it up. I also picked up Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well from Humble Bundle, so I've got that to play as well, and that should be good. The problem is I can't remember if I have actually played it before. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I think I've played Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the most recent one, which I didn't get a chance to play.
Such a problem.
I think I was playing Rise of the Tomb Raider when Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out. So.
Such a problem to have.
Fun.
Did I ever play this game before? Oof, I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it's sitting there in a bundle that I've paid for, so... Woo! Yeah. Anything else you would like to add?
No, I think I'm good right now.
Cool.
Just that it was.
You can find.
Sorry, I was gonna say it was awesome being on this ride with you, and can't wait to see what you're gonna be doing next.
Thanks very much. I've had a good time doing it, but yeah, I think it's served its purpose for the time being, and we'll see what happens next. But yeah, cool. Yeah, your podcast is the Sleight of Hand podcast,
correct?
Which is a D&D podcast.
Yeah, available on all platforms, I believe, where you can get your podcasts. We're also on a Instagram, Sleight of Hand Podcast, or on Twitter, Sleight of Hand PC.
Wicked. Yeah, thank you for joining me on this podcast and all the other ones you've been on. It's been a blast.
It's been an honor.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And have an exciting week. You're all my favourites. Goodbye.
Peace.